Our tour bus got pulled over.
Today, we are taking one of Morocco's most famous road trips, starting from Marrakesh through the Atlas Mountains and ending in the Sahara Desert. Quick disclaimer, we booked this experience through a tour company. Usually, we like to try and do these experiences by ourselves. However, limited by the time we have in Morocco and our budget, we found a good deal that ended up costing us about $90 per person for 3 days. That includes meals, hotels, and transportation. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, we'll get to that later. For now, it's time to head out of Marrakesh and get this 10-hour road trip going. As we drove through the windy roads of the Atlas Mountains, we arrived at our first stop.
Look, they love each other, the camels. We were prepared and brought our own snacks.
After a quick picture, bathroom, and snack break, it was time to load back in the van. This next stop is a very popular place for these desert tours to stop at.
You're making it. Okay, so we're at the first stop of our desert tour on day 1, and so they took us to some traditional villages. On the tour, our tour guide has told us about a lot of movies that have been shot here, and he was actually an extra in a lot of them, so I thought that was actually a cool fact. We're just kind of spending some time exploring before we get to go to the next town for lunch.
We ended up having to pay around $2 for entry, and we're still not sure if this was optional or not, as our whole tour ended up paying and doing this guided tour. But I don't think $2 is that bad to see a UNESCO World Heritage Site and popular filming location. This ended up being about a 2-hour stop, with 1 hour being spent at lunch. I did want to mention that the tour companies really push you to eat at the same restaurant as all the other tour companies. We tried to go to a more local seeming restaurant across the street, but I was stopped by the tour guide at the door and told I had to eat here, which I'm still not sure was right or not, but maybe you'll have a different experience. The next stop was a large film studio. Our group did not go inside, but I saw several others that did go in for tours. We did go in to take a quick bathroom break though.
So I keep seeing things about rose products, so I'm going to assume that this area is known for maybe like rose water or rose products. That's my guess.
And sure enough, when we looked it up, this region is known as the Rose Valley in Morocco, named for the roses that bloom here due to the valley's climate. As we continued driving, the landscape really started to remind me of Nevada or Arizona back in the US.
Well, we're at our last stop of the day, and apparently this is called the Monkey Fingers. We tried to look up some facts, but we really couldn't find much. However, it is impressive to look at, and it would hurt to fall down right there. So that's my fact for you. It would hurt to fall down.
Yeah, it's a popular hiking spot here in the Atlas Mountains. A lot of people stop here, and a lot of people stop for those scenic pictures.
Yeah. Some people are really brave and are climbing on those rocks over there, but I'm not brave enough, and we're both too clumsy for that.
halfway through at least, so this means it was time to check into our hotel for the night.
Trying to figure out how we get this AC on, but it's so hot in here we have to open a window. Oh wow. This was quite the trek to get here, let me tell you. This was not easy.
Our first stop of the next day was at a local rug shop. They gave us mint tea and quickly showed us a large array of rugs for people to buy. We have a small amount of luggage space, so we were not able to buy one. But we really enjoyed our tea. The last stop of this trip before the desert became our favorite.
Doesn't this kind of remind you of Zion National Park?
It's really nice to see people out, like enjoying the water. This must be like a cool, no pun intended, hangout place for locals, I'm assuming.
It's our favorite stop so far, I think.
Adorable goats and adorable puppies. Could this get any better?
Our tour bus got pulled over and the police and our driver didn't know. I hope everything's okay. I thought everything was fine.
Well, look at this. This records the speed somehow, and he was looking at that. Which is weird. Yeah, our guy doesn't really speed.
So
yeah.
he's pretty
We're
far
getting
above.
passed by everybody.
Yeah. Don't get those
Yeah,
people.
I would be pissed if I was it.
I would be
I'd be
too.
so mad.
He's back, I think. Everything's okay. In the end, it was just a small speeding ticket, which we all pitched in to help pay. Finally, after 10 hours of driving, we were about to enter the Sahara Desert.
It is super hot, but we can make it.
It's 101.
It's 101. It's so hot, but let's see if we can make it. Okay, into the desert we come, Damien.
There we go. It's like How to Train Your Dragon.
Welcome to Morocco.
Neighbors, yes.
Hold on tight.
Oh my gosh. Is it gonna be nice?
Yes.
Okay.
Depois eu dou uma bonita. Yeah.
Yeah, what off? Well, you're also in
my
a desert.
backpack's so heavy.
Oh, did you fall forward?
No, I just fell off when I tripped over the thing.
We took a half-hour camel ride before loading up in a pickup truck for the rest of the journey. Once we got to camp, it was time to see where we'd be spending the night. Despite the multiple beds, we ended up not having to share with anyone. We even got our own bathroom. No fan or air conditioning, but you're in the Sahara Desert, you might as well embrace it. To be honest with you, if you have the budget or time to book a longer stay in the desert, I think it would be worth it, as we felt like we really didn't have very much time. Since we only had one night here, we relaxed and watched the sun go down over the sand dunes. Me and Damien both agreed the meal we had this night of the tour was the best one. The night ended stargazing in a drum circle with the rest of our group, who we'd made great friends with, by the way. They were awesome.
Time to go.
One thing we've learned, riding camels is very uncomfortable.
Might never walk again without a limp.
Right.
And that was that. An hour-long camel ride later, we were back in a van going back to Marrakesh. After a somewhat uneventful 10-hour drive,
So you don't need to go to Disney. You can get the Ratatouille right there.
we were back in Marrakesh. The one thing that was missing for us was a chance to interact more with locals. We definitely felt like being in a tour group kept us a bit sheltered and only around other tourists. This can be the case though when you sign up for group tours. Morocco's diverse natural beauty was the hidden gem of this trip. Driving through the Atlas Mountains, walking through gorges, and not to mention playing with puppies made this a great experience, all for the price tag of $90 per person.